started caring more about the reception to these videos and almost taking away from the reason at which I started them in the first place, which was to turn up each day and share, regardless of whether it get views or not, whether people like it or not. And I now find myself checking how videos are doing, wondering why some get more views than others, and all this bullshit. And it's taking away from the experience, because I'm worrying about judgment, or I'm wanting to make a good video as opposed to just showing up. So yeah, that will be changing. And it ties into the topic I was just thinking about, which is outsourcing our ideas, outsourcing our views, outsourcing our validation. Because in the age of the internet, we have so many resources at our fingertips, so many experts, so many people who know what they're talking about, or we may think have a better idea of things than us. And that's great, because we're able to access all of this information and improve our own understanding and worldview. But it does come at a cost of our own experience. Because you could go online today and you could read about the 3 best exercises, let's say, to do for upper back. And you could do 2 of those. And A, you might not enjoy them as much. B, you might not feel as much of a stretch or as much of a contraction as the exercise you were doing previously. But more often than not, at least in my case, I would tend to conform to the ideas of others. And in this example, I would use the back exercises that were said to be the best, as opposed to what I felt were the best. And it's a silly example, but I hope I get my point across, that all this information is a tool, but it should not replace our own lived experience. There's so many people online telling you the best ways to make money, how you should live your life, what you should do with your time. And I've found that that's made me come to a conflict when I want to relax, or I want to spend time just playing or creating for the fun of it, when I should be spending 12 hours a day working or doing X, Y, and Z. And the only reason there was a conflict there is because I have put these influencers, these experts, these people who have succeeded in some way or another on a pedestal, their worldview, their way of doing things, and seeing them as better than my own. And yes, they have achieved things that I would like to achieve, but that doesn't mean that their lived experience should be the guiding light for my life. And what instead should be is me. Because I'm not living anyone else's life. And that's really important. Because yes, we might be able to succeed in similar ways to someone else by following their routine or doing the exact things that they say. But is that the life you want? Do you want to be that person? Or do you want to achieve something that they have? But do it in your own way. We're each living a unique existence. But if you follow others and don't take time to ask yourself what you really want, to try things out, to figure out your own way, and to see all of these other people that you admire or respect in some way, and be able to take pieces from them that you like and discard the things that you don't, so that you can create, you can sculpt your own way of living, your own way of thinking that doesn't have to fit into someone else's jigsaw. Lately, I've just started writing again. I've been taking photos, I've been doing YouTube videos, I've been just trying to be creative. I made a poem. I've been trying to be creative in as many different ways as possible, without the pressure of this needs to be something, without the expectation of this needs to do well, but just for the sake of exploration. And I've come to the conclusion that that is how I'm going to fuel passion and treat each day with excitement. In the past, I've tried to follow other people's guidance, and it worked to some extent, but there was always a resistance there, because their story isn't my story, and I never allowed myself to forge my own path. I hope this made sense. Not sure if it's just a bit of a ramble, but here we are. So, thank you for another day. I love you. Peace.